So after that, people online started digging and the pair was seen leaving the office and they were identified as the Property Lim Brothers, Melvin Lee, and a high-profile staff member and also influencer, Gracie Tan. Since then, the video went out. There have been a lot of social media detectives to dug deeper. And according to what's circulating online, Melvin is actually married with 4 kids, and Gracie reportedly just got married in September. Welcome to the Lao Jiaos Podcast. This is where we bring you unfiltered and unapologetic takes on the news, current affairs, and all things people pretend to understand. I'm your host, Brandon, and with me is my fellow Lao Jiao, Jordan. Jordan, how are you doing?
Very well. You heard about the Spider-Man guy who climbed the Taipei 101?
The Spider-Man
Crazy,
guy.
man.
I actually saw the video. Right? That is when he was climbing up, right? People was literally inside the Taipei 101, right? And they can video him right. He was literally right on the glass, you know.
Yeah, like no ropes.
I was like, thinking it's so insane, right? Imagine it was like some crazy person, right? Went to smack the glass, right, when he was climbing, right? You know, then he will get shocked, then he will let go, then he will just straight fall back. They were literally touching the glass, right, when he was there. It's like open to public. I was just like, wow.
And he's not alone. No? You know the Netflix crew is there.
Oh, is it?
The camera crew. Only the camera crew is like string attached lah.
String attached. Yeah. He's free lah. I was like thinking, for a second, wow, the camera crew also, no strings attached. I was like thinking, oh, that's damn badass. The whole group. But you know, when I watched the video, right, even though it's on the video, right, my heart was like really was like palpitating.
And somehow he's married. And the wife is like
Yeah,
walking.
Yeah. The wife, I shocked at the wife. Wow, if I ever do something crazy like this, right, my wife won't be. No, there's no smile on their face. You see the wife all like cheering him on, all like woo.
So his training is quite different, no? Like he did pull up, right? The pull up bar at the side. So it just grab pull by each side and just do pull up.
He traveled past the window. You just like thinking, wow, what is this? How is this guy going to climb up? It's insane. There was one moment, right, where he let go his hands to go, like both hands, and he just do a hanging scene. Wow, I was just like, wow, what a gangster.
And the news anchor, no way, man.
Yeah, no way he's doing that. And I was just like, I also don't believe it. I was just like, wow, this looks like a movie scene. It looks like some Mission Impossible nonsense. Like something that is more on the sad side, right? Like for a family, right? I always love the fact that David Beckham is very close to his family. But now suddenly there's this Beckham family saga, you know? Yeah. So he came out with last week that Brooklyn Beckham went onto his IG and posted a 6-page story, right? Detailing his level of angst and frustration with both his parents, Victoria and David, specifically in relation to his wife, Nicola Peltz. So he outlined a bunch of things that happened for the relationship to sour to this point, but notable allegations were like how Victoria Beckham hijacked the first dance with Brooklyn at the wedding and danced inappropriately in front of 500 guests. So then Brooklyn reported that Victoria cancelled Nicola's custom VB dress at the 11th hour despite Nicola's excitement, forcing a frantic last-minute switch. The parents pressured and bribed him weeks pre-wedding to sign away rights to his surname, treated him differently since refusal. Whose side are you on?
I think I'm on David's side, but not on Victoria's side. David Beckham always portrays the very gentleman, mutual side of point of view. I would think the wife is more on, like the whole family were taking like a group photo, like mom is like trying to brush off her son or something like that. You can feel that anger between her and the son is still there.
I feel like both parties have their faults, and I understand because the thing is going through a wedding, as you know, as we know, especially as a celebrity, right? It's really a lot of problems, discussion, especially when everybody feels like it should be about them. American context, right? It's more for the husband and wife. So the husband and wife always feels that they should be the star. For Asians, we know that actually the husband and wife we're just a show, but the person who are the star is actually mainly the parents. The parents are usually the more popular one.
Like the crazy rich Asian.
And even my own wedding, like there was 35 tables, right? My father's friends and families, right, was 17 of them. So like half the wedding, right, was my father. Like half the wedding, right, was my father's friends and family, because it's a big family lah. So I don't for him, but
so your dad, you happy? Happy.
yeah, and he really was very happy. So we know, because Asian side, we know that it's mainly for our parents, but I can understand because in different culture, for them it's more for the husband and wife. Therefore, for the fact that the parents came to steal the thunder is, I believe, is not going to be very well liked. And I can assume that for the wife, because the wife is also, it's not a average plain Jane wife. She's a billionaire heiress, and like she's of a certain class, so she has also a certain expectation to her own wedding. So I'm really on Team David. So I really feel very bad for David Beckham, because I feel like this is completely not what he wanted, and I believe he really would have tried to all means to prevent this, but just that I believe the wife and the son like clash and they don't want to talk to each other. Then in the end, I feel it's quite bad that Brooklyn did this online lah. Like thousands and millions of people like they'll be very interested in your story. Then this drama will affect all your relatives. So moving on, will be this week's segment of the week. I'll be covering it. So my segment is on family days. So especially as you start of the year, right? As I feel it's especially very relevant to this topic of like Brooklyn family planning, as well as how you do your family time. I have a son as well as another son coming along. And I really feel that for most parents, especially in Singapore, one of the things that we always try to think about, where do we go on the weekends? Quality time with family is very, very important, because your kids are usually going to school from Monday to Friday. There will be very little connection between you and them, not as many fond memories when they grow up. I'll be sharing a few places that I feel that is very nice to go to, and some of them is quite new. I feel like the one place that is relatively new that I don't think many people are actually talking about, right? New Mandai Wildlife Reserve. There's this one place called the Curiosity Cove. So this Curiosity Cove, right, is really very good for kids between, I believe, 2 to 7 years old. Mandai actually marketed it to be up to 12, but I think like 8 to 12 years old, they'll be a bit bored. Not because it's very similar to like Kidstopia, more like wildlife, and like there's a bit sensory play as well. Don't have to always go to the zoo, because I believe most parents, they go to the zoo until they like can memorize the entire zoo map already. So it's more than 10 times already. I think it's at least 15 times that we went to the zoo.
So Bradley have been 15 times already.
Yeah, but it has been to the zoo at least 15 times. And I believe, and it's not just me, it's like the parents around me, right, they bought annual pass. So like I think every month, right, they go to the zoo at least 2 times, you know.
Like this the zookeeper like, Bradley's here again. Hey,
like,
hey,
welcome back again. I really feel like this is something you can check out. The next thing I want to share, right, is actually on the weekends, right? But you can actually go to bring your kid to the fire station. There are fire station open house almost every other weekend.
Everywhere.
But you just have to make booking. Actually, every Saturday, right, there are 2 time slots between 18 fire stations, right? Then it's like a 50-minute guided tour. They can get to play with the water. They can go and see up close the fire engine. When I went, right, I really thought this was one of like the most interesting and something new, something fresh, and you're really paying respect to. It's like not paying respect, like supporting like the local like enforcement. You can see like the firemen in action. Then the kids can get to wear the hat as well as the outfit. So this is really something that parents in Singapore can really do check it out. That was the segment of the week. Before our episode, a word from our sponsor.
This week's episode is brought to you by our friends at SGWatchHub, your one-stop platform for all things watches in Singapore. Whether you're buying, selling, or just obsessed with timepieces, SGWatchHub connects you to sellers, retailers, and fellow collectors so you can find the perfect watch for your wrist. And it's not just a marketplace, they also offer a full range of watch services from repairs and polishing to strap replacement, protective films, watch winders, and even authentication. They also work with amazing brand partners like iMove, a company best known for creating hip smartwatch phones that helps family keep connected with peace of mind. Their devices focuses on safe communication features, smart tracking tools, and parent control settings so kids get a little more independence while parents stay reassured. SGWatchHub and iMove are teaming up to give one lucky Chit Chatter listener the chance to win a $600 iMove X10 gift set, the biggest giveaway by the Chit Chatter to date. Gift set includes the iMove X10 watch phone, along with a pair of iMove earbuds E5, an Abit collective figurine, an X10 replacement strap, and a wish card, making it a seriously awesome bundle worth $600. To take part, just head over to our IG page and follow the instructions in our pin reel to join the giveaway. If you love watches as much as we do, check out sgwatchhub.sg and join the community. SG Watch Hub, bringing the world of watches to your fingertips.
And now, back to the episode. Alright, so we're now on to our main news segment. The first news up, right, is following up to our episode last week actually. It has come out that the Workers' Party has rejected Lawrence Wong and the Parliament's decision to remove Pritam Singh as the leader of the opposition. Singapore's Prime Minister Lawrence Wong on Wednesday accepted the Workers' Party rejection to nominate a replacement for the leader of the opposition, saying that it will be left vacant.
I think they want to honor as much to Pritam Singh by leaving it vacant. And I think as of now, I don't see anyone as good or even better than Pritam Singh.
But part of me don't know whether is it because like they didn't think that this decision will come out. I'm really not sure how this will pan out. Like how long are they going to leave the post vacant for? There are quite a lot of people that always feels that Jamus, because they're always paired together, like Jamus and Pritam. But I can understand why there are quite a few people saying Jamus still feels a bit young.
I don't find him as much experience aside from his economic skills.
He really warms the cockles of some people's heart. So but let's say in the event the decision is upheld, right, who do you think should be the new leader of the opposition?
I think Sylvia may have a good chance. He's the next best player.
Like I'm really one of the younger crowd who got warmed by the cockles of the heart.
You're gonna eat more char kway teow.
Yeah, eat more char kway teow. Jamus, but at the same time, I can understand why people, he's not experienced enough. But I feel that this role can help him, give him that platform to rise up to the next level. Alright, so the next news, right, is that a 17-year-old was arrested for dragging police officer with PMD at Punggol. I don't know whether you see the video. So on January 22nd at about 10:30 p.m, right, the police were alerted to a group of youths causing excessive noise at the vicinity of, I think, Block 305A Punggol Road. The youth in question was seated on his PMD and was stopped by a police officer who held onto the handlebar of the PMD. He abruptly accelerated the PMD, causing the officer to be dragged for a distance before falling off. So the officer then received 20 stitches to the face. Woo! And the kid is to be charged in court. He after that smashed the PMD into a pillar shortly after. So the offense can be up to 7 years in jail, voluntarily causing hurt to a public officer.
Not seen the video yet. Yeah, but I heard about the news that the police officer gonna bang to the pillar.
Do you feel that the restrictions for the PMD users, right, are too relaxed?
They recently revised the speed limit, right, to even lower.
But I still don't get, right, why youth can buy a PMD, especially when you drive in like late at night, especially around the area.
People will go to the road.
Yeah, they're all in the road. And it's damn fast. I don't know whether they turn the car, they turn until damn fast, but then like in the day it's slow, then at night they just press the button, then suddenly wow, like, crazy. But I just feel that it's really causing a lot of accidents and like it's causing a lot of hazard caused by these more reckless PMD drivers. For some of them who are actually doing food delivery, right, sometimes you see them on like reaching the highway already, you're just thinking, wow bro, this is quite intense. This is like how are you driving this here? Like this is a bit much.
It's like taking your life at risk. I find with people that misuse all these PMDs, right, is you are somehow sabotaging delivery guys with more restrictions and all this. Yeah, like they need to have a
they have injuries that prevents them from actually like cycling, and that's why they need a PMD, right? But because of then the more and more like restrictions are in place and more things are it makes their life a lot harder. Like random strangers, like especially people who are pedestrians walking around, people on motorcycles, right? Because I've seen before the motorcycle that they hit into the PMD, right? The injuries are very bad. But
20 stitches is not.
Yeah, 20 stitches is insane. But so and someone is to the face. The face is really the worst. For this punishment, right? Some people actually felt that the punishment may be a bit too severe for someone who is 17 years old.
A young kid is always like 18 months.
18 months does feel a bit much for 17 years old, because it's like the prime age, like they're supposed to be in like either poly, JC.
But they commit a crime.
Yeah. 7 years is much. Maybe if it's 18 months, I still think it's okay. They always like to drag it out, right? Until the court date is when he turns 18, then they will charge him as an adult. Because at 17 years old, by right, he goes to boys' home. Halfway house instead of jail. What can be done, right, to prevent people to abuse the use of PMD?
Singapore just need to create more laws.
You will get fined if you don't put back tray. Wow, I see everybody's not putting back tray.
Yeah. But now they make a new rule or law saying that the red color pavement is for the cyclists and PMDs, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes some uncle just don't know.
Yes. They can control the amount of PMD being sold and make sure that they are sold to people who are really in need. Every Tom, Dick and Harry can buy one PMD, then they just like anyhow just use. Then it's going to be very dangerous. So the next news, right, is on a good note. It's actually Team Singapore wins the Gelato World Cup 2026 in Italy. The Gelato World Cup.
Oh, World Cup.
So on Tuesday, right, January 20th, Singapore was crowned world champion at the Gelato World Cup 2026, beating France and Argentina to be the top of the podium. Comprises of 4 chefs with over 60 years of experience and 8 medals between them, but they came in 5th in 2024. So the first thing I want to ask you, right, prior to this, right, did you even know that there was such a thing as a Gelato World Cup?
I don't know.
I have absolutely no idea that there was even such a thing as a Gelato World Cup. And even if I did know there was a Gelato World Cup, right, I would be shocked, right, that Singapore is participating in this. You know, you go over overseas, right, you literally eat that gelato because that gelato is just
It's
really
from
damn
them.
amazing. Yeah, it's really damn amazing. They made it. They literally created it. It's just like thinking, what? And then you're just like, wow.
We just rojak it.
Yeah, we're just like, brother, you don't know. We know how to mix and match. Fusion. In Singapore is meant with fusion. I don't know whether you managed to have a chance to look, right, at the gelato sculpture, right, that got them the win. For those of you all that are listening and watching, right, please go and check it out. I want to ask you, right, when you think about gelato, what's the first country you think of?
Italy.
Italy, right? I also always think about Italy. Where do you think that Italy placed in this Gelato World Cup?
Above 10th place.
Right, which is true. It's above 10th place, but you'll be surprised to know, right, that they placed 9th. Italy placed 9th in the world, right, for a Gelato World Cup. I was completely mind blown. I was just like, Singapore won. Is this a Singapore-based Asian competition? But then I do believe that the way they judge evolved over the years, and like Italy gelato, of course, in the end of the day, when you go down there, it tastes the same. So I'll be interested to try what made this gelato so different that they can win a Gelato World Cup. Wow, after that news, right, I really think it's time to take a break.
And we're going to take a quick break in the podcast to thank our friends at CityMusic, one of Singapore's true pioneer in the music space. CityMusic has long been known as a go-to destination for musical instruments, but they've also been making big headway in audio and video equipment, especially for creators and podcasters. From guitars and pianos to audio interfaces, microphones, and even video recording equipment, CityMusic is true one-stop shop for everything music and content creation related, with options for every budget.
In fact, the audio you're hearing right now is recorded using the Zoom ZD-M1 mic, an amazing broadcast-style microphone that delivers professional quality sound on par with other big-name podcast mics, but at nearly half the price. It's proof that you don't have to overspend to sound great. A huge thank you to our friends at CityMusic, not just for this awesome giveaway, but for being a pioneer in the music space and for making sure creators, musicians, and podcasters always have the right equipment for whatever budget and setup they want. CityMusic, powering your sound, your music, and your content.
So good evening. We're doing an emergency press conference for the first time in our Laojiaos series because we just got hit with a mega bombshell news story. I was doing this episode with Jordan, but now I'm joined with Jin Yong to react to this very big news. We are recording this late at night as everything is still unfolding. It is, of course, the Property Lim Brothers saga together with, she's the VP of Strategy. So the mega news is, which is over, like I believe every news platform, even the Straits Times, Mothership, everybody has covered it. It exploded right from Reddit. So a video has gone viral on social media. The video alleged a couple from Property Lim Brothers having actually a coital occurrence in the office. So after that, people online started digging and the pair was seen leaving the office and they were identified as the Property Lim Brothers, Melvin Lee, and a high-profile staff member and also influencer, Gracie Tan. Since then, the video went out. There have been a lot of social media detectives to dug deeper, and according to what's circulating online, Melvin is actually married with 4 kids, and Gracie reportedly just got married in September. So there have also been a lot of leaks going around online, supposedly said from within the company, saying that both Melvin and Gracie have both stepped down from their leadership positions with immediate effect. On top of that, there's also information being shared that Gracie was, and this is where it gets interesting, is earning around 230k a year after just 2 years in the company, holding the role of VP of Strategy, and that has also sparked a new wave of debates as well. So when you first heard this news, what was your initial reaction to this news?
At first, I was a bit like, what the fuck lah? Because how to say, this is not the first high profile cheating case that we have heard of lah, honestly lah. I think this was the first time I saw so many memes and so many reactions about this thing come out, like not even within 24 hours, like literally after recording Laojiaos on Monday, right? Brandon already like, this thing is like big already. Then everybody is sharing about it.
Amanda and I, we first found out on Sunday when the Reddit was started. So Sunday night, I believe the sequence event was Sunday night. A Reddit post was posted and like it got a bit popular. But at this point of time, no videos, no nothing were. It's like the videos were circulated only on the Reddit channel. It wasn't. You don't see it on TikTok, you don't see it on Instagram, you don't see it on Facebook, you don't see it anywhere else. But then suddenly Monday night we recorded Laojiaos. Then after that, we believe it will hit the peak maybe next week. But then within the very next day, wow, Now, literally on my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook,
Yeah.
there's so many memes. And I believe there's like many layers to this of like why it became exploded so quickly. First and foremost, right, the video, right, is just very bad lah.
No, the video actually doesn't reveal much. If you think about it, it's just noises, then two-person coming out from the room. If you ask me, I feel that if you really, your heart is clean, right, you want to argue for this, I feel that they have the money and the rights and the connections to do it. But
I feel it's quite hard to, I feel to this point, right, it is really quite hard. There's no physical like proof of like what happened inside. Like
tennis. We're watching tennis game.
That's the SG. That's the SG meme. I saw the SG meme. That's very bad. That's very funny. The only explanation I can think of, right, is that they were trying to create content, right, and this sounds right came from like a video, a funny video that starts off the content. And that's the only believable I feel that I could believe.
More than meets the eye, then you like
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. But in the end, there were so many factors to it. Firstly is that both of them were very high flyers. They are both very popular in the scene for as influencers as well as in the property scene. Property Lim Brothers were like I believe the first wave of people who created the YouTube channels of property introduction.
Online viewing.
The next step, right, is that the people videoing the video, right, they're so funny. They made the thing so much more interesting and entertaining than it actually is. But right, honestly, right, I believe, right, if the video was just them exiting the thing, right, there wouldn't be as many memes as there is now.
Correct.
Yeah. But they, like I've heard so many like, wow, finally army has whatever you learn in army, there's some use for it.
Well. If I were the marketing campaign, right, and if this was a marketing campaign, right, I would have let the thing fester online for 2-3 days, right? Then I post like my second video and say, doesn't meet the eye. Then you say it's a promotion for some new
yes.
To me, it makes sense that the fact that the VP and the P, right, after that both say step down. Then after that, Instagram turn private. This kind of thing. I feel like it's like the Chinese say the 此地无银300两.
I feel right, they cannot. The reason why they couldn't do that, right, they are both married. Honestly, if they both single, or let's say if one was married and one wasn't married, right?
Yeah.
I believe they could have done that. Both married, right? Both partner will know, right? It's a bit suspicious already. You see the comments, right? This is not a recent thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like this video, I believe, was like taken quite a while back. Then
correct.
Like this, if in this incident, like they reportedly went to Bangkok together. They're overly very close. Their spouses, right, won't believe the story that they're selling.
Yes.
And like even especially for the girls, the girl's husband, right, you can tell that the voice, right, is whose voice, man. Like it is, if you're saying like this video is like, you know, like you're watching a video or whatever, right, but the person themselves know, and that's the reason why I feel that there's no recovery from this, and they had no choice but to step down.
Yeah, but you feel a very certain sense of deja vu because just a few weeks ago we talked to this PI and he's catch the adulterer case also Bangkok, go Bangkok together. Then he had to set a trap. Then they met at the Changi airport. Like wow.
And the thing is, it's quite strange, right? That the opposite neighbors, everything just very soon.
Yeah,
it's just it's either they're damn unlucky, right? or they did this too many.
Yeah, they did it too many times. Yeah. Then like. They hear again.
Yeah. If I'm working in the office, right, and I hear it's quite loud. Honestly, it's really, what the hell? It's really freaking loud. It's really very dumb, right? That do you know your popular figures, right? If your figureheads, right, and you still
be more discreet, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, so I believe it's complacency. So I believe this is not the first time they did it. And you read the comments, right? People have saw them walking into like some like hotels before.
Yeah.
It's about to come out now. Now the thing is they both stepped down. Some people suspect is it the brother do one so that the brother can take over the entire property?
Could be.
Brothers, right?
Could be, yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
But I feel that is one of the dumbest things someone could do. Because honestly, right, the Property Lim Brothers, is branded themselves so well, right? With one leg cut off, right? And now with so much drama, right? I don't think this publicity is good publicity. Like, it's the kind that you say, it's bad. No matter what kind of publicity is good, like, you'll boost your business. I don't think this will boost any business.
But if you think about it, if you are an agent under Property Lim Brothers, right, how are you going to sell property for the next 3-4 months?
Yeah. So, because you go to the viewing, right?
Yeah.
The people not interested to talk about property.
Yeah. Your boss how?
Yeah. It's not just, like, if it's just cheating, right, still Like, you just need to handle the cheating thing.
Correct.
Yeah. But then now firstly, it's cheating with 2 senior management.
Correct.
And it's very suspicious that why one senior management promoted so fast.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Suddenly it becomes very iffy because now you have to address this pay thing. Because when someone put this out there, right, means you have to address that either she wasn't paid this much. There's a reason why she was paid this much. This is part of everybody's money. So why there has to be a reason why VP of strategy is being paid more than the VP of tech, the CTO, the VP of sales.
Correct.
Confused. Why?
And it's not like she worked for Property Lim Brothers like 10 years kind of. She's like 3-4 years. Yeah. Before that, she was not even in
Just
the industry.
intern.
She just entered, I think, 3-4 years ago.
Intern. The brother of this Melvin, Adrian, I believe, have to go and address.
Yeah,
which is
wow.
I really don't know, but I really wouldn't want to be in issues now. Because honestly, firstly, you have to address the group. A lot of people probably want to leave. Then you have to address how are they going to do sales now.
I really think in terms of repercussions, right, the worst off is the spouses of the cheating people. Because can you imagine like now you go outside, like I'm not even talking about like take MRT, you just go out for a meal. You go to a restaurant, you go to a hawker center, right? Can you imagine the number of eyes that be like, hey, is that the one that the husband or is that the one that the wife, like the attack on the guy is less there. Although they got find the family photo and everything, Melvin, the attack on Melvin's family actually is less because I think they got kids, they're trying to be nice on him.
Yes.
But I think the one on Grace's husband, right? Wow, 我跟你讲真的 they what?
If I him right,
every color of green color cap, helmet.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Wow! I feel for you, bro.
My heart goes out to him. My heart goes out to him. Honestly, yeah. And the worst part is they recently got married. And the thing is right, he is handsome, man.
Yes, I agree. He looks like a very decent guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a very decent guy. Then there's a video of him, fixing the door. The
Correct.
His build is like really so much more fitter and like looks wise, everything wise, younger. Right, worst off is really the spouses and the family. It's so unlucky, right? It's right before Chinese New Year. How are you going to go to
house visit? Oh my god!
The husband and the wife, of course, they're not going to go house visiting, 100%.
Yeah.
But not them, I'm just talking about, imagine, right, Gracie's husband, right, the parents.
Wow.
Everybody, literally, your entire relative all know, right, that your son, right, wife cheated on him.
I don't know how to support bro. Yeah.
The internet has to be a bit kinder to the husband. Like, if you want to bash Melvin and the Gracie, right, they did what they did. They deserve it. Melvin, the husband didn't do anything. He is the victim at this point of time, right? To continue getting bashed and to see a meme, right? It's really, it's really pouring oil on the fire. It's really kicking you when you're down.
If you ask me, if this happened on me, I would leave without a shadow of a doubt.
In a blink of an eye, bro.
Yeah. But I mean, okay, but if you want to say I be kind, I can say, okay, but we live separately, you want divorce 2 years later, can. But that's the end of like, sharing life together, this kind of thing lah. Yeah, but if you tell me, can he see enough in her to say that we still continue, right? That one I really don't know lah.
If this happened in the first few years of your marriage, right, it's really
not worth it.
Rocky. Very in for a rocky start. I feel that the harder one to decide, right, is Melvin's wife. 4 kids.
Yes,
4 kids. Four kids is not easy. It's really not easy.
Somehow he still went on, I think, Salt and Light, and then there was like so much there was so much positivity in the article, and he seemed like the perfect family man. Then I read the article, like actually, quite inspiring his story, how he started the business and everything.
Yeah.
I can't say much except that really I hope you find strength to move on, lor. Because we don't know the full story. I really don't know. Yeah. But from what we know, I really think it's not their fault, right? 这个东西 just happen and suddenly it becomes part of their karma or don't know whether good or bad lah. Yeah. So this one is just something that I feel that they have to work through it lah.
The person who is didn't think things through properly, right, and is worse off, right, really the girl. Property Lim Brothers has been around for quite a while. Melvin is really very well off. As a guy, right, you got money, right? Like, people don't look down on him. People say, wow, literally people online now, right, still say, wow, respect, this guy can still get someone so chill. It's just like completely defeating the purpose. But then so he is much easier to bounce back. And some of the Property Lim Brothers is his brother.
Yeah.
Who knows behind the scene? At the end of the day, it's still within the family. I don't know how, in God's grace, your husband will forgive you. But let's say logically, most of the time your husband will leave you. You are out of the company, you'll be kicked out. You're still young. Although you're young, but not that young. Who is going to be able to hire you? I don't know. I don't know what is she going to do now. You know, my heart goes out to the family, and I really I just hope that and just pray that the online community just leave the family, at least the family, and of course the husband alone. Property Lim Brothers, I don't know how. We just need to wait and see how are they going to manage this turbulent start of the year. Yeah. It's just literally the start of 2026. Hey, I
haven't reached Chinese New Year, I don't feel that the year started suddenly boom. Okay.
All right, so that was our Lao Jiaos podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, please remember to like and subscribe. We have an episode that comes out every Friday. But at the same time, also, if you are into football, we have the football kaki that drops every Wednesday. And our Copy Bro show where we interview fun and amazing guests from around Singapore every Monday. Now, we hope that everyone has a great week ahead. But remember,
we don't always talk cock,
but sometimes we do.
Ow! Ow! Ow!